everyone, I'm Killeen and welcome back to Easy Math. Today we're going to solve equations that involve addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, decimals and fractions, and equations that have two variables. Let's start with this basic equation. Say for example, you will have 2x plus 6 is equal to 14. Okay? Like in the previous videos, we want x on its own on one side and everything else on the other side. In order for me to do this, I need to make sure that I have eliminated everything else. So I'm going to start with plus 6. So I'm going to minus 6, okay? So why do I minus 6? Because the opposite of plus is minus. So I minus 6. Whatever I do on this side, I must do on this side as well. So I must minus 6 on this side as well, okay? So 6 minus 6 will cancel. It will cancel each other. It's just equal to 0, okay? And you'll be left here with, 2x is equal to 14 minus 6 is equal to 14 minus 6, which is 8, okay? Now, when there's nothing between a number and a variable, the default operation is multiplication, and the opposite of multiplication is division, okay? So we need to divide, okay? And when we write division, we do it in fraction form. So we divide by 2. Whatever we do on this side, we must do on this side as well. So you have 8 divided by 2, okay? 2 and 2 will cancel, okay? If I bring that down, I'm left with x on its own, and the value of x is equal to 4, okay? So we can also check this if we substitute the value of 4 into our equation. So we have 2, we know the value of x, which is equal to 4. So we'll multiply by 4 and plus 6. This must give us an answer of 14, okay? 2 times 4 is 8. Don't forget your plus 6, okay? And you have 14, okay? 8 plus 6 is equal to 14. 14 is equal to 14. So this equation is balanced and this equation is true, okay? Okay, here's another one. Say we have 4x plus 3 is equal to 19, okay? Feel free to pause this video and try this exercise, okay? So this is just similar to the previous one. We want x on its own, and to do that, I'm going to start with the 3. So the opposite of plus is minus, okay? So we're going to minus 3. Whatever you do on this side, you must do on this side as well. So we're going to minus 3 over here as well, okay? 3 minus 3 cancels, it's just equal to 0, all right? We can bring the 4x down. We'll have 4x on its own. Okay? 19 minus 3 gives you an answer of 16. Because this is multiplication, the opposite of multiplication is division. We write the division in fraction form and we divide by 4. Whatever you do on this side, you must do on this side as well. So we'll divide by 4 also here. I'll bring this all the way down. I'm left with x on its own. 16 divided by 4 gives you an answer of 4. So the value of x is 4. Okay, let's try this one. So we have 18 minus 5x is equal to 3. Feel free to pause this video and try this on your own, okay? So here, even though x is on a different position, we still continue to do the same thing, okay? So remember guys, there's a plus over here. The opposite of plus is minus, okay? So minus by 18. Whatever I do on this side, I must do on this side as well. So I will minus by 18 over here, okay? 18 minus 18, it cancels, okay? I can bring this down, this negative 5x down. I'll be left with negative 5x is equal to 3 minus 18 gives you an answer of negative 15, okay? So now, because the default operation is multiplication, we need to divide, okay? So we're going to divide. Now, the lowest common factor that we have here is 5. But I'm not going to divide by positive 5, but instead I'll divide by negative 5. And I'll show you why I'll divide by negative 5. Okay? So if I bring this down, negative divided by a negative gives you a positive. So we'll have positive x is equal to negative and negative is positive, positive 3. In algebra, we don't want a negative x. So instead, I divide by negative 5 so that I don't have any negatives. But this is the final answer of the equation. This is the value of x, which is 3. Okay, so here's another one. Say we have 9 plus x over 3 is equal to 13, okay? So feel free to pause this video and try this one on your own, okay? As you can see, now we have fractions, but don't panic. It is very simple, and we just do the same rules, which is we want x on its own on one side and everything else on the other side. So I'm going to start with my number, which is my constant. And I see that it's plus a positive 9, and the opposite of plus is minus, okay? So I'm going to minus 9 here. Whatever I do on this side, I must do on this side as well. Minus 9 over here, okay? Sorry. So 9 minus 9, it cancels each other. And I'll be left with, this will come down, I'll be left with x over 3 is equal to 13 minus 9 gives me an answer of 4, okay? So, now that you notice that x is being divided by 3, the opposite of division is multiplication. So we need to multiply 3 on both sides. So I'll multiply 3 over here. The 3 will cancel, okay? And I will multiply 3 over here. So I'll be left with x is equal to 12, okay? All right. So this is our final answer. X is equal to 12. That is the value of x. So here's another one. 14 is equal to 3x plus 2, okay? So feel free to pause the video and try this on your own, okay? So even though x is on a different position, we still carry out the same rules, which is x must be on its own and everything else on the other side of the equal sign, all right? So I'm going to start with the constant, and I'm going to cancel it and move it to this side. The inverse of addition is subtraction, so I will minus by 2, and whatever I do on this side, I must do on this side as well. I'll minus by 2 over here as well, okay? So 2 minus 2 outdo each other. They cancel, okay? And 3x will come down, and you're left with 3x on this side. And 14 minus 2, this will also come down. So 14 minus 2 gives you an answer of 12. The inverse operation of multiplication is division, and we write division in fraction form. We divide by 3. Whatever you do on this side, you must do on this side as well. So we'll divide by 3 as well here. I'll bring this all the way down. 3 and 3. 3 divided by 3, they cancel each other. So you're left with x, and 12 divided by 3 gives you an answer of 4. We can also put this by saying x is equal to 4. This is the value of x, which is equal to 4. Okay? Let's try another one with a fraction. Say we have 6 is equal to 3 plus x over 4. So I'm going to start with my constant, and I see that my constant is a positive, which is plus 3. The inverse of addition is subtraction, so we're going to minus by 3 on both sides. Whatever you do on this side, you do on the other side as well. And 3 minus 3 cancels. It gives an answer of 0. And I can bring this down and this down. So we'll have 6 minus 3 gives you an answer of 3. And then you'll have here x over 4. Okay, so you'll be left with x over 4, and then it's x is being divided by 4. So the inverse of division is multiplication. So we need to multiply both sides by 4. We need to multiply both sides by 4. So these two will cancel, the 4s will cancel, and you'll be left with x. So you have 4 times 3, which gives you an answer of 12, and you'll be left with x on its own, which is the same as saying x is equal to 12. Okay, thank you. Here's another example. So we have 14 is equal to 3x plus 2. So this is a simple one. Feel free to pause the video and try this on your own. Okay, so I'm going to start with my constant, and I'm going to, since my it's positive 2, the inverse of addition is subtraction, so I'm going to subtract by 2. Whatever I do on this side, I must do on this side as well, so I'll subtract by 2. Okay, and 2 minus 2 is 0, so they will cancel out each other, they will undo each other, and I can bring this down and this down, and I'll have 14 minus 3 gives me an answer of 12, and we have 3x left. Okay, so the default operation over here is multiplication, so we're going to divide using in fraction form by 3. Whatever you do on this side, you must do on this side as well. So we're going to divide by 3 as well here. I'll be left here on this side with x. 12 divided by 3 gives me an answer of 4, which is also the same as saying x is equal to 4. The value of x is 4. So this is our answer, guys. X is equal to 4. Okay, so say we have 3x plus 8 plus 5x is equal to 32. Okay, so here we have two variables. Don't panic, so we'll do the same thing as we did before. 3x and 5x are like terms, so we can add them up. Okay, so 3x plus 5x to give us an answer of 8x plus 8, okay, which is equal to 32. So we just simplified this, and this looks something we're more familiar with this. Okay, so I'm going to start again with the constant, and I'm going to subtract because the inverse of plus is minus, and I'm going to subtract by 8. Whatever I do on this side, I do on this side as well. So I'll subtract by 8 over here. Okay, right? So 8 minus 8, it cancels out each other, they undo each other, and I'll be left here with 8x is equal to 32 minus 8 gives you an answer of 24. All right, and 8 is multiplied by x. The inverse operation of multiplication is division, so we're going to divide using the fraction form by 8. Whatever you do on this side, we do on this side as well. So we're going to divide by 8 here as well. Okay, 8 divided by 8 is just 1, so they undo each other. We can bring this down, and we're left with x is equal to 24 divided by 8 gives you an answer of 3. So the value of x is equal to 3. Okay, let's try this one. Say you have 7x plus 4, and we're gonna minus 3x is equal to 24. Okay, again with the previous one, we're going to have 7 and minus 3x are like terms, so we can simplify it by saying 7x minus 3x, which will give us an answer of 4x plus 4 is equal to 24. Okay, so this is something we're familiar with. Now we can just carry out this equation. So we're going to start with the constant, and it's plus 4. The opposite, the inverse operation of plus is minus. We're going to subtract by 4. Whatever you do on this side, you do on this side as well. So you're going to subtract by 4. Okay, 4 minus 4 will cancel out each other. They'll undo each other. We'll bring down 4x. Okay, and you'll have 4x over here. 24 minus 4, it gives you an answer of 20. Okay, since 4 is multiplied by x, the opposite of multiplication is division. We write that in fraction form. We divide by 4. Okay, whatever you do on this side, you do on this side as well. So we'll divide by 4. All right, this 4 divided by 4, they will cancel, and we'll be left with, if you bring this all the way down, we'll be left with x is equal to 20 divided by 4 gives you an answer of 5. Okay, so x is equal to 5. This is our final answer. The value of x is equal to 5. Okay, okay, say for example we have 8x minus 8 is equal to 5x plus 4. Okay, so feel free to pause the video and try this on your own. All right, so here we have something that's very interesting. We have 8x minus 8 is equal to 5x plus 4. So we have two variables, but they are on different sides of the equal sign. Okay, so I'm going to do this step by step. Okay, so I want, again, x on one side, all the x's on one side, and everything else on the other side. So I'm going to move this 5x this side so that x is on one side. Okay, and I notice that here there's a plus, a positive. The opposite, the inverse of addition is subtraction, so I'll minus by 5x. Okay, and whatever I do on this side, I'll do on this side as well. Okay, so I'll minus by 5x. All right, so 8x and 5x are like terms, so I'm going to combine them. So the 5x minus 5x will cancel out each other, and we'll be left here with the plus 4 on this side. Okay, we'll have 4 on this side, and 8x minus 5x gives us an answer of 3x. Okay, and we'll bring down this also, the minus 8. Okay, okay, so this is something we're familiar with now. Now I'm going to move the minus 8, the constant, to the other side, so I'm left with 3x. Okay, so in order for me to do this, I see it's minus 8. The opposite, the inverse of minus is addition. So I'm going to add 8 on both sides, because whatever I do on this side, I must do on this side as well. So I'll add 8, okay? And minus 8 plus 8 is just 0, so they cancel out. This will come down. We'll have 3x is equal to 4 plus 8 gives you an answer of 12. Okay, since the default operation is multiplication, the opposite of multiplication is division, so we'll divide by the fraction form again. So we'll have 3, whatever you do on this side, we must do on this side as well, so we'll divide by 3 as well, and the 3 will cancel out each other. We're left with x on its own. X is equal to 12 divided by 3, which gives you an answer of 4. The value of x is equal to 4. So this is our answer, our final answer. Okay, so now we can check if this equation is balanced. I'm going to show you how to do that. So we're going to replace the value of x into the equation. So I'll have 8x. So instead of x, I'll have 4. 8 times 4. So I have 8 times 4. Okay, 8 times 4 minus 8 must give me an answer, must be equal to 5x. So 5 times 4, because we know the value of x, which is 4, and plus 4 on this side. So let me just extend this a bit. Plus 4. Okay, so and see if this is true by checking. So we start with the brackets first. 8 times 4 is 32 minus 8 on this side. 5 times 4 gives you an answer of 20 plus 4. All right, and so 32 minus 8 gives you an answer of 24, and 20 plus 4 is indeed 24. So this the value of x is true, it's 4, and this equation is balanced. Okay, so this is indeed correct. Okay, let's try this one. Say we have 13 minus 2x is equal to 4x minus 5. Feel free to pause the video and try this on your own, okay? So again, we have two variables, but do not panic, we'll do it as usual, okay? So I'm going to do everything on one step, okay? So I'm going to say I want the x on one side and I want everything else on the other side. So I'm going to plus 5 on this side, plus 5, because the inverse of minus is plus, and I'm going to plus 5 on this side as well. And I'm going to plus 2x over here, because the inverse of subtraction is addition. And whatever I do on this side, let me put my equal to sign there. Whatever I do on this side, I must do on this side as well. So I'll plus 2x as well, all right? So you will have, this will cancel, okay? This will cancel, minus 2x plus 2x is 0. And minus 5 plus 5 will also cancel. So all of this will come down over here. So we'll have 13 plus 5 gives me an answer of 18. 4x plus 2x gives me an answer of 6x, because they are like terms, okay? So now we can find the value of x by dividing, because 6 is multiplied by x, and the opposite of multiplication is division. So we'll divide by 6, and we'll divide by 6 on both sides. Whatever you do on this side, you do on this side as well. So we'll bring this down. We'll be left with x, and 18 divided by 6 is equal to 3, which is also, therefore, x is equal to 3. So this is our answer. Our equation is balanced. This is our final answer. So you have 3 brackets 2x minus 4 plus 1 equals to 7, okay? So feel free to pause the video and try this on your own, okay? So now we have parentheses. When we have parentheses, we have to do the distributive law, which we're going to distribute 3 into the brackets, okay? So when there's no operation over here, it's multiplication. So we're going to say 3 times 2x. And 3 times 2x will give you an answer of 6x. 3 times negative 4, positive and negative gives you negative. 3 times 4 is 12. And plus 1 equals to 7, all right? Okay, so now we can add minus 12 to 1. So you'll have 6x minus 12 plus 1 will give you an answer of negative 11 is equal to 7. All right, now we're familiar with this, okay? So I'm going to cancel the minus 11, put it to the other side so we can have 6x alone. So the opposite of minus is plus, the inverse operation. So you'll add 11. Whatever you do on this side, you must do on this side as well. I will add 11 on this side as well, okay? And so minus 11 plus 11, they are canceling each other, so you'll have left here is 6x, and you can bring this down, so we'll have 7 plus 11, which is equal to 18, right? We'll divide, because it's multiplication here, 6 times x is multiplying each other, so the opposite is division, so we'll do it in fraction form. You divide by 6. Whatever you do on this side, guys, you have to do it on this side as well. So you'll divide by 6, okay? The 6 and 6 will cancel each other. We have left x. 18 divided by 6 is equal to 3, guys. So this is the value of x. This is our answer for x, okay? So for example, we have this 5 brackets 3x plus 4 brackets plus 2 is equal to 37, okay? Alright, so here we have the parentheses. Again, with the previous one, we'll follow the distributive law, which means we have to distribute 5 into the parentheses, So we're going to distribute 5 to each term. So 5 times 3x is going to give you an answer of 15x, okay? 5 times 4 is going to give you an answer of positive 20. And don't forget the plus 2 is equal to 37, all right? You're going to have 15x. We can add 20 and 2. So 20 plus 2 is going to give you 22, right? And you'll be left with 37. So this is something we're familiar with. In order to have x by itself, I will move 22 to the other side. So I will subtract 22 because the inverse of plus is minus. So I'll subtract 22 on both sides. Whatever I do on this side, do on this side as well. So I'll subtract 2 on both sides, okay? And just write my line. 22 minus 22 will cancel. They will outdo each other. So you're left with 15x over here and is equal to, we can bring this down to, so we'll have 37 minus 22, which is going to give us an answer of 15, all right? Now, because 15 is being multiplied by x, the inverse of multiplication is division. So we'll divide by 15 on both sides. Whatever you do on this side, you must do on this side as well. So you must divide by 15, all right? 15 and 15 on this side will cancel. You're left with x is equal to 1. And this is our value of 1. And we can check it if I substitute the value of x into our equation. So we'll have 5 brackets, and let me just make, so we'll have 5 brackets, 3, we know the value of x, which is 1, so it's going to be times 1 plus 4, close brackets, must plus 2 must give me an answer of 37, all right? So I'll do the brackets first. So I have 5. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 plus 4 gives me an answer of 7. Okay, and plus 2 must give me an answer of 37. 5, the distributive rule, 5 times 7 is equal to 35. Plus 2 must give me 37. 35 plus 2 is equal to 37, which is equal to 37. So the value of x is 1, so that is true because we checked it. And you might have parentheses on both sides. So let's try this one. So you have 2 plus 4 brackets 3x plus 2, okay, is equal to 2 brackets 5x plus 7 plus 14, okay? So feel free to pause this video and try this on your own, alright? So even though we have two parentheses on both sides, we still do the same thing that we did before, which was the distributive rule. So I will leave this 2 for now. I'll bring it down and I'll leave this 2. And I can now distribute this 4 into the brackets, okay? So 4 times 3x is going to give me an answer of 12x, okay? 4 times 2 is going to give me an answer of 8, okay? Which is equal to, must be equal to this equation. So 2, we can distribute the 2 into the brackets. So we'll have 2 times 5x, which is going to give me an answer of 10x. I can have 2 times 7, which will give me an answer of plus 14. And don't forget our 14 over here. Right? So we can add 8 and 2. So we'll have 12x over here. We can add 8 and 2. We'll have plus 10. And we'll have here 10x. 14 plus 14 gives you an answer of 28. Alright? Okay. So now forgot the x over here. So we want x on its own on one side and everything else on the other side. So I'm going to move plus 10. The opposite of plus is minus. So I'm going to move plus 10. So it's going to be minus 10 on this side. and minus 10 on this side. Whatever I do on this side, I must do on that side as well. And I'll move the 10 to this side, so there's a plus over here. So the opposite, the inverse operation of plus is minus. So I'll minus 10x over here, and I'll minus 10x over here, okay? All right, so, and don't forget the equal sign. Put the equal sign over here. So 10 minus 10 will cancel, and 10 minus 10x will cancel. We'll bring all of this down here, and bring this down here. So you'll have 12x minus 10x is going to give you an answer of 2x, okay? Sorry. It's going to give you an answer of 2x. 28 minus 10 is going to give you an answer of 18, okay? Now, 2 is multiplied by x. The inverse operation of multiplication is division, so we're going to divide by 2. Whatever you do on this side, you must do on this side as well. So we'll divide by 2 over here. So we'll have x, this will cancel. The 2's will cancel on this side. Alright? And we'll have x on its own. X is equal to 18 divided by 2, which is 9. So this is the value of x. The value of x is 9, okay? Here's another one. Say we have 5 minus 2 brackets 3x plus 4 is equal to 3 minus 4 brackets 2x plus 7, okay? Okay, so we have parentheses on both sides, but we'll still do the same thing as we did before. I'll leave my 5 over here. I'm not going to put minus now, but we'll do it later. So we'll distribute negative 2 into our brackets. So we'll distribute negative 2 into our brackets. So negative 2 times 3x, so we'll have negative and positives gives you a negative answer. Negative 2 times 3x will be negative 6x, okay? Negative 2 times positive 4 will give you negative 8, okay? Which is equal to, I'll put down my 3 over here, and I'll distribute negative 4 into our brackets, okay? So negative 4 times 2x is going to give me an answer of negative 8x. Negative 4 times 7 is going to give me an answer of negative 28. All right? So here we have something that we're familiar with. So now we can take 5 and minus it by 8. So we'll have an answer of, we can have negative 6 here, 6x over here, and we'll have negative 3, okay? 5 minus 8 gives you negative 3, which is equal to this. So we'll have 3 minus 28, which will give you an answer of negative 25, okay? And you bring down your minus 8x, okay? And so we need x on one side and everything else on the other side. And to do this, I'm going to plus 3 on this side. I'm going to add 3 because the opposite of subtraction is addition. I'm going to add 3 on this side as well. And I will add 8x on this side and add 8x on this side. Why? Because the opposite of minus is positive, is plus, okay? So the minus 3 plus 3 will cancel. This will cancel. And the minus 8x plus 8x will cancel. So altogether, we'll bring this down and we'll bring this down. Minus 6x plus 8x will give you an answer of 2x, okay? Minus 25 plus 3 will give you an answer of negative 22, okay? So because 2 is multiplied by x, we need to divide. So we're going to do it in fraction form. Divide by 2 whatever I do on this side, I must do on this side as well. We can divide by 2 on this side as well. The 2's will cancel, and we'll be left with x on its own. And negative and positive gives you a negative, divided by positive gives you a negative, so now an answer has to be negative. 22 divided by 22 will give you an answer of 11. So x, the value of x is equal to negative 11, okay? Say we have this 2x over 3 plus 4 is equal to 3x over 2 minus 1, okay? So we have fractions on either side of the equal sign, all right? So what are we going to do here is we're going to find the lowest common denominator of 3 and 2, which is 6, okay? So we're going to multiply everything by 6. We're going to multiply everything by 6, right? So you're going to have 2x and 3, and we're going to multiply this by 6, okay? We're going to have plus 4 by 6 as well. Everything by 6. We're going to multiply by 6, and we're going to have 3x multiplied by 6 also over here, over 2 minus 1, and multiply this by 6. Okay? So 2x times 6 gives you an answer of 12x over 3, okay? Right? And plus 4 times 6 gives you an answer of 24, which is equal to 3x times 6 gives you an answer of 18x over 2 minus 1 times 6 gives you an answer of minus 6, okay? So now we can simplify 12x over 3, and it will give us an answer by 3 by 3. So we will have 4x, okay, by 3 by 3. The 3 cancels, and here 4, okay? So you can have 4x plus 24. We can't do anything with the 24 for now. And then we can simplify by 2 cancelled, by 2 it's 9, it goes in 9 times. So you'll have 9x minus 6. So this is something we can work with, okay? So now we want x on one side, so I'm going to subtract 4x on this side, subtract 4x on this side, and I'm going to, because the opposite of plus is minus, so whatever you do on this side, you must do on this side as well. I'm going to add 6 on this side, because the opposite of minus is plus. I'm going to add 6 on this side as well. So if I put this all under minus 6 plus 6 will cancel, and 4x minus 4x will cancel. You left with 24 plus 6, so you can bring this down. You bring this down there. 24 plus 6 gives you an answer of 30. Okay? You left with 9 minus 4x. 9 minus 4x, we bring this down. 9 minus 4x is equal to 5x. Okay? Now we're not done. 5 is multiplied by x, so we still want x on its own. And for me to do this, I have to divide by 5, because the opposite of multiplication is division. Whatever I do on this side, I must do on this side. So I'll divide by 5, and I'll just come over here, okay? And I'll say, therefore, 30 divided by 5 gives you an answer of 6, which is equal to x. X is equal to 6. Okay, so this is our value of x, which is equal to 6. Okay, okay, let's try this one. Okay, say if we have 3x over 4 plus 1 over 5. Okay, 1 over 5. It's actually 2 over 5, I mean. And is equal to 83 over 20. Okay, so when I look at 4 and 5, so we have three fractions, okay? And the lowest common denominator for all of these is 20. So I'll multiply everything by 20. So I have here, oh, can you just pause? So the common denominator is 20, so I'm going to multiply everything by 20, okay? So it's going to be 3x over 20, times 20 over 4 plus 2 times 20 over 5 is equal to, we don't do it to 83 since it already has 20 as a denominator, so I'll leave it the way it is, so it's 83 over 20, okay? 3x times 20 gives me 60x over 4. 2 times 20 is equal to 40 over 5. And, and 83 stays the same as 83 over 20, okay? And we can simplify this by, okay, let's distribute 20 into the fraction. So you have here 3x times 20 over 4 plus 2 times 20 over 5 is equal to 83 times 20 over 20, okay? So these 20s will cancel each other, okay? So you're left with 83. You can simplify 5 and 20 by 5. It goes once, by 5, 4 times, okay? We can also simplify this by 4 once, by 4, 5 times, okay? So we'll have, so we'll have 3x times 5, which is 15x, okay? Plus 2 times 4 gives you an answer of 8, which is equal to, we have 83 left on its own, okay? So now we have something we're familiar with now. So we're going to move 8. So the opposite, the inverse of addition is subtraction. So we're going to subtract by 8 on both sides, okay? Because we want x by its own. So they will cancel and will be left here. This will come down. So we'll be left here with 15x is equal to 83 minus 8 gives you an answer of 75. And we can divide by 15 because 15 is being multiplied by x. The inverse is division, so we'll divide by 15. Whatever you do on this side, you must do on the other side as well. So we divide by 15, and then we'll have x. So the 15 and 15 will cancel. You have x on its own on one side is equal to 5, okay? So that's our answer. That's the value of x, okay? Okay, this is our last one. Let's try one with decimals. Say we have, 0, 2 plus 0, 3 is equal to 1, 5, right? Okay, so we have one with decimals. Feel free to pause this video and try it on your own, okay? Okay, sorry, there's an x missing from here, so we have 0, 2x, okay? So it's a bit difficult to work with decimals like this, so I'm going to convert them into whole numbers. And to do this is I'm going to multiply everything by 10, okay? So that I can get it into whole numbers. So it's going to be 0, 2x times 10. You're going to get 2x plus 0, 3 times 10 is going to give you 3 is equal to 1,5 times 10 is equal to 15. So here's something we're familiar with, something that's much easier to work with, okay? So we're just going to go over the same thing. So we're going to subtract by 3 because I'm starting with my constant, and the inverse of addition is subtraction. So I'm going to subtract by 3. Whatever I do on this side, do on this side as well. Put my equals to sign there. So I'm gonna, the 3 minus 3 will cancel. We can bring down 2x, okay, and we'll have 2x. We'll bring down this. We have 15 minus 3 is going to give an answer of 12, and we'll divide this because 2 is being multiplied by x, so we'll divide this by 2. Whatever you do on this side, you do on this side as well. So you divide by 2. The 2 will cancel. So you bring this down. You have x is equal to 6. So this is our final answer. The value of x is 6. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know this is a long video, but again, practice makes perfect. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment down below what you want to see next. Thank you guys again so much for watching me, and please support me, and thanks.